Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be showing you my updated foundation routine. I have been trying a lot of new products lately, and actually a lot of them I have loved, and most of them are very affordable, and they're from some of my favorite brands. So if you want to see how I do my foundation every day, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so for this tutorial I already started with putting on my moisturizer, and the moisturizer I have been using recently is the Olay Hydrating Creme, and it's the original formula. I'm going to go in with my E.L.F. Mineral Infused Face Primer, and I'm just going to take a small dab, and I'm just going to place it in my T-zone and really rub it in, and then I just work in the rest around my face. I will be using the Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation. I am in the color Soft Beige. Usually I go in with a beauty blender. Recently I got new brushes, and I found that just a regular big fluffy brush really works it into my skin. So I'm just going to put foundation on my brush. I'm just going to lay it on my face. Usually I will go in after and pounce it in with a beauty blender. And I just like to work it in the bottom of my neck so I don't get any harsh lines, because you always want your face and your neck to match, or it's going to look like you were tanning or you're lighter or anything like that. So now, since I applied just the first coat, I'm going to go in with a little bit more foundation, and I'm going to just pounce it in with my beauty blender just for that extra coverage. And I like to do around my eyes. And I like using a dry beauty blender because I just feel like it makes it set in my skin a little bit better. I'm going to work it into my hairline and up on my ears. And go ahead on this side. Do around my eyes. Okay, since I have my foundation on, I'm going to go back in with the same brush that I used before, and I'm just going to basically blend it into my skin just a little bit more. I'm going to apply my concealer, and as you can see, this foundation that I've been using doesn't really cover up all of my acne scars. I've been using two concealers lately. The first one is the E.L.F. HD Lifting Concealer, and the second one is the Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer. This one is more the same color as my foundation, so this is the one that I will go over my blemishes and my acne scars with, and then the Maybelline Fit Me is the one that I will highlight with. And the HD concealer, I am in the color Light, and then the Maybelline Fit Me I am in the color Sand. So I'm going to take the HD concealer and just apply it to my blemishes. And anywhere else I feel needs to be concealed. Now I am almost out of this. I went to Walmart to pick up another one of these and they actually didn't have it, so I had to get another one and I really didn't like that one, so I'm going to see if I can actually find this online or something. So I'm just going to take my E.L.F. Flawless Concealer Brush and I'm just going to blend my concealer in. And I really like this brush because it's really soft and dense and it's really big, so it works in the concealer pretty well. And I just like to take the rest that's on my brush and apply it where I have redness. So usually that's around here, and usually I get it right here on my nose. So I just like to blend that in. Okay. So I'm going to wipe off my brush. And as you can see, it did cover it up a little bit, but you can still see some of it, but that's okay with me. Now I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me and I'm going to place it underneath my eye in a triangular shape, and I'm going to place it anywhere else that I want highlighted. And I do also use this Maybelline foundation for underneath my eyes, like my dark circles and anything like that. So I'm just going to take it up over the top of my lid and I'm going to really blend it in. Now I do go back and I just take my finger lightly and just kind of press it into my skin a little bit more. So as you can see, it kind of did cover up my dark circles. So moving on to the next eye, I'm just going to blend it out, bring it on my eyelid. And again, I'm going to go back in with my finger and really set it underneath my eye. Okay, and now I just like to bring a little down my nose, on my forehead, and underneath my chin. And I just blend it in with the same brush. Up. And again, I just go in with my finger and really push it into my skin. Now I'm going to go in with my NYC Smooth Skin Translucent Face Powder, and I'm just going to go in with a flat brush like this, and I'm going to set my under eyes, and then I'm going to take a big powder brush and powder the rest of my face just to set my foundation. So I'm just applying this right where I put my concealer, just to give me a little more brightness underneath my eyes and really set it in. And this stuff does get everywhere. So now I'm just going to take my small brush and just set the rest of my face. Okay, and why that is setting underneath my eyes, I am going to jump into my eyebrows. I'm not going to show how I do my eyebrows on camera because I am going to do an updated eyebrow routine, but I just recently bought this Salon Perfect brow pomade, and I got mine in dark brown because I like my eyebrows to match my roots of my hair. As my hair was balayaged a while ago, I still have a little bit of lightness on my ends, so I just like to match my eyebrows with the roots. So I'm going to go off camera to do this, and I will be back in a couple of minutes. So now that my eyebrows are done, I'm going to go in and brush away the powder that I put underneath my eyes. I'm going to move on to contouring and highlighting. I was using the Wet n Wild Coloricon contouring palette for a very long time, and I noticed with this palette that it made me very dry where I would contour, and it would make me break out. So I actually went and I tried to find a different contour kit, and as you guys know, I love E.L.F. It's one of my favorite brands. I did go and pick up the E.L.F. contouring blush and bronzer palette, and it just looks like that. So I'm going to be using this shade right here to do my contouring. I hardly ever use this shade of blush just because I think it's a little too dark for me. That's just my personal preference. So I'm just going to go in with my E.L.F. small stippling brush, and I'm just going to do my contouring. Now when I do my contouring, I just like to start out with a little bit of product because I feel like I can do a little bit and blend it out, and if I need more I can just build that product up instead of having a very dark line and trying to blend it out. And it just makes life a lot easier if you gradually build up your product. Going to go back in with that same powder brush that I used before to take away the face powder, and I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. I do not like a harsh contour, and I don't like a dark one. It just makes me feel like I look like I have dirt on my face, so I try to blend it out and make it as light as possible but still have the contoured effect. For my blush, I'm going to be using the little E.L.F. blush, and this is in the color Pink Passion, and I'm just going to sweep this over my cheek. And as you can see, it is pretty new. I still have the little plastic thing in it. I'm just going to take my E.L.F. bronzing brush, and I'm just going to place this pink color on my cheekbones. And I'm tapping in it very lightly because it's a very pigmented pink color, and I just want a little bit of color, not a lot. I'm going to move on to my highlighting, and recently I got the Under Eye Conceal and Highlighter Stick from E.L.F. I am not too fond of the concealer, but I do love the highlighter. I do love the highlighter, and it just comes on this little applicator. And what I do is I just put it where I want to highlight, just a little bit, and I just take my finger and just blend it out. And it looks like a lot of product, but once you blend it out, it just gives you a nice little highlight. I don't know if you can see it. If I'm not satisfied with this, just this highlighter, I will go back in with an actual powder highlighter and powder the rest of my face, or highlight the rest of my face. Okay, so I think I am going to go back in with a highlighter, and the highlighter that I've been using, this is actually a baked blush, but if you look at it on this side, it has like a sheer color and looks like that, and it works perfectly for a highlighter. So I'm just going to take a big fan brush, and this brush is from Eco Tools. I got this at Walmart, and I absolutely love this brush. I'm just going to lightly sweep on this side and just fan it where I want it. And as you can see, now I have a brighter highlight. And that highlighter can also be used as a base for your highlight. And I just like to go up around my eyes. And I like to do the tip of my nose, and I take my pinky finger and I just rub it in, and I lightly dab it on my Cupid's bow, and I just blend it out. Now to set my entire face, I'm going to be using my E.L.F. Makeup Mist and Set, and I just give this a good shake and just spray it all over my face, and I wait for that to dry. So that is it for my updated foundation routines. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will have everything linked down in the description box with the links in case you want to purchase some of these items. They are very affordable, and like I said, E.L.F. is one of my favorite brands. I will be doing some more updated routines like my eyebrows, my mascara, and that kind of stuff, so make sure to look out for those. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!